everybody, welcome to another installment of Random Parked, a show where we look at car ads that we find from the internet. I am Cone Dodger, joined by ZK and Kurt J. Mack, in a weird order. This is episode 63. Did I say that already? Maybe not. Who knows? Everything's fine.
We're doing great.
Everything's just dandy.
So much internet to be had right now.
I think I might be the only person that uses that term, Kurt.
Yeah, I was confused. I thought you were talking about your actual connection to the internet, like the tubes were running dry, but you were talking about the content.
Right. We're sitting here because everything's been on fire, especially for ZK. And I was just browsing the internet, trying to pass the time, and I was like, Kurt, I'm out of internet. I need more. But everything's fine now. Everything's great. Although ZK and Kurt can see my face, and I don't. This is weird.
Yeah.
Jitsi failed us, and now they can see my face, and which is weird because like already 1,000 people saw my face, but suddenly you two that see my face all the time seeing it is like that's too much.
I think the issue is that you can't see ours.
It is, yeah. Although that's kind of nice. Anyway,
Spin that as a positive.
Anyway, shall we begin with the show before anything else happens?
Please, before it all falls apart.
All right, we'll start with something I found that it is very much so falling apart. This is a 2000 Lexus ES300 sedan.
Oh,
You know anything about those?
they have 1Js in them.
I thought so. I thought they were one of the weird 1J cars. Sat for 10 years, ran and drove until parked. No key, shaved door handle, good for parts. No title. This is the saddest car from 2000 I've seen in a long time. And a ran when parked from the year 2000. And a Lexus. And it's a lot to take in
the year 2000.
What color is and or was it?
Yes.
I would say
Exactly.
I would think red, but then I see under the taillights it's purple.
I think like that kind of maroon color is probably stock.
But then again,
Like,
that spoiler
was
is painted
sanded
that maroon
blue?
color. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's got a weird, it's like the paint is being eaten by a red fungus out of like from the middle and it's bleeding out to the sides or something. It's very
You should
weird.
see like rib cage through there on the
Right.
pillar.
So I don't know what happened to this poor thing, but it's just such a sad state that I needed it to be seen, I guess. Just
Did it have any wheels? Like,
they're right there. Nah,
Ah, okay.
I would say it was probably either parted, like somebody got it for parts, or was going to do that, or it was their car, it blew up, and they sold some
but it
parts.
ran when parked.
Yeah, right. Here's the thing about 1Js and 2Js. Not actually that reliable.
They're, oh God, I'm gonna get so many people mad at me saying like, they're not that good of an engine.
Here's the
People-
thing. Like, an engine can have a ton of potential and like a ton of aftermarket and still just not be that good of an engine. Or it's not any
Yeah.
better than any other engine of the era, I guess is the thing.
So it has a stout bottom end.
I've heard that about myself. Thank you.
I've heard to the contrary.
Yes, I have heard the opposite of those words exactly.
I don't know. Like they're kind of boring unless you slap a giant turbo on them, and
Well, boring's
People that-
irrelevant.
they're not great. People like to not talk about the crank walk problem of 1 and 2Js.
And the fact that it's like 25-year-old technology and like
At this point, yeah.
if you're gonna do anything with one, you're basically building a brand new engine.
And they
Like-
weigh 700 pounds because they're
Right.
iron block. And
Yeah. It's,
like every time someone swaps a 2J into like an FRS or whatever,
A 240.
Yeah, I'm just like, why?
Why?
That's that. Why?
Why? Hey.
Just K-swap it.
Oh boy. All right. I'm just gonna get out of there before we just swarm this video with dislikes. Kurt, save us.
Speaking of swarms,
Oh no, I hate wasps.
how about
Ooh.
a swarm of 77 to 85 Toyota Celicas?
This is
for
every
$5,000?
Celica or Supra that I like in one picture. This is not fair.
Up for sale? Oh, I'm sorry, they're 5,000 each, not for the lot. Up for sale, a 77 Celica
Oh.
GT convertible, a 77 Celica GT, and an 85 Celica Supra.
Damn. Wait, a
Not
77
running.
convertible? I didn't know those
Right.
existed.
I don't think they do.
Oh no.
I don't think they do.
Oh no.
Basically, the most information we have for all of them is that most of it appears to be there. It's been parked for a decade, but pictures will be added.
Okay.
Out in the woods, the backyard,
Oh, I like that root beer color on the Celica Supra.
closer. Closer.
It's a little dented.
Little, not great. Oh. And here's the other 77, a
Oh,
multitude of Christmas.
This is a hatch, right?
I think, yeah, it was parked next.
Yeah, yeah, I see
Yes.
those ugly taillights. Supra's nice. That's like the best year Celica Supra you can get.
Do you think this is the condition that
Well, look at that engine
Supra came to?
crane.
This is it's better than the one that I fixed up. Like it's way better than the one that I fixed up. Just even from this far, like from this far, I could see enough through the rear fender that I could see the gas tank on the one that I fixed. So it's better than that, but I don't know that it's 5K better.
I just want to point out that I like the moss on the engine crane.
Yeah, that was good.
A lot of work being done here. Mostly by the swarm, see, get it, of spiders that now
Ew.
reside.
Ew.
Is a group of spiders a swarm, or is it like a murder of spiders?
in Minecraft, I call it a suck of spiders.
SUCC?
Yeah, because they make that like yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Have y'all heard about my spider problem?
Has it changed?
All right,
Has there been any
so
updates?
content warning. Brief content warning. If you don't like spiders, come back in 30 seconds, all right? They keep
bye.
moving on me, and they keep, like, they'll block just some random entrance. Today it was the front door of the garage. Just, like, out of the blue, 4-inch round spider in front of the garage, and I've now had 2 of them on me in 2 days, and I don't like it.
You're the intruder here. It's their house.
Everybody's like, they're orb weaver spiders, for those that haven't heard the story. Everyone's like, oh, those are so good to have around. They keep the bugs down. You should just let them be. Well, maybe they should respect my doorways. Okay, continue.
It's their doorway.
They did not respect this Celica, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is their Celica.
Is that
Bathroom carpeting.
It reminds me of...
so? It reminds me of, what is his name? The purple nugget McDonald's character. They skinned him alive and put him in the back seat.
Grimace?
Grimace, yes.
Anytime I see that like real fuzzy carpeted stuff, it makes me think of like grandma's bathroom, because like she would have like the big fuzzy cover on the toilet and like around everything. I'm like, this is the last thing you want in a bathroom. Why did we do this? I thought there was 3. Oh, is this another one? No, it's the
No,
same
there's
one. Oh, the
the other
convertible.
one is. Yeah, the convertible is in the garage, as we will find out.
Oh
The
god.
spiders have claimed this one as well.
It, again, way better condition. Like, way better condition than the one that I worked on.
I'm just saying Halloween's coming up.
True, pre-decorated. Yeah.
Here is your convertible.
I like the top.
Yeah, we don't get to inspect the hack job that made it
Oh,
into a
they left
convertible.
it covered? That's a crime.
That's all we get.
Oh.
That is all we get.
That is a crime. Huh. I can't
So
tell
just
from
leave
the
it here.
picture,
We just
but I'm pretty sure it was a coupe, and I'm very sad.
Oh yeah, it must have been a coupe. It's got like a rear deck. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sad.
That's a shame.
That's a
Well,
shame.
no spiders in this one though, probably.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. And if I brought it here, of course, there would be. I would get a convertible top woven for me. I was gonna say weaved.
no, weave is something else.
Ah,
Anyway,
what you got?
if I remember correctly, I got a plethora of cars for Kurt because apparently he's a pickup truck guy now.
You got a what of cars?
Plethora, or however you say that word.
What plethora?
How do you spell plethora? Because that's gonna be the
Plethora.
episode title.
That's that makeup
Plethora.
store in the mall, right?
Yeah. I think they have a rewards card. So we got a 1990 Mazda B series.
What profile tires do you think those are?
3.
I was gonna say 2.
Garage kept. Motor and training are out. Motor needs rebuild though. New head, new Weber carb, new rebuild kit for the motor. Just do it all yourself. New drop spindles, newer ball joints. Like it's like your perfect mini truck starter kit. It's already got a notched frame. It's got airbags. You're good to go.
I don't think that's what Kurt wants.
Okay,
I don't think
well,
that's the kind of suspension. I
what
wanna work
about a 92 Mazda B2200 with a Chevy 350 in it?
Looks like it. Well, the distributor's in the back.
60 Yeah, it's got a
Like a
350
stupid Chevy.
turbo, B&M, 3000 stall, Ford 8.8
Sorry, it's hood scoop.
drag truck.
It's hood scoop. I mean, back in the
Eh?
day, all Kurt wanted was something with a big old American V8 in it.
I mean, it's
That's not
pretty.
even a hood scoop. It's just a box.
It's just a box.
It's not even open to the elements.
Never been painted. No big dents, no rust. Has hail dents, so it's got a little bit of.
Wait, no
Just
big
1,000
dents,
for-
but it has hail dents?
Lots of little dents.
It's good for your fuel economy.
But look at the intake. It's like an Edelbrock or something.
No, it's a Summit brand
Oh,
Edelbrock.
it literally does say Summit on it.
I
Okay.
keep looking at the hood scoop and thinking it says Illuminati.
Same. So, Kurt, drag truck?
Probably not economical.
Okay. What about a
Ew.
93 Mazda B2600i 4x4
Why
that
does
only has
this
a little
happen?
bit of mildew?
Why does the 240 steering wheel look like this every month?
So I will say, other than it needing to pay a professional to clean it, I think this is a good buy.
Which engine is that? I don't recognize it. Oh, that's the mod.
It's a 2.6. I think it's.
Is this the Mitsubishi one?
I think so, and it's fuel injected. It is the 4x4.
Extended cab.
Mhm.
I love that.
Got the fender flares.
No, I love the extra parts in the gauge cluster.
Yes.
It's just
Cotter
a few
pin.
spare bolts. Unfortunately, we don't have an overall picture of it.
I mean, that was the closest to a Kurt truck.
but honestly, like from what we can see, it seems okay.
Seems
could
to have
use
gotten
a
itself
little-
out of the mud, according to what's on the tires.
Exactly.
Yeah, great little truck used for hunting around the house.
Wait, what?
Farm work? Yeah,
Hunting
uh,
around the house.
Hunting around the house. Serious inquiries only. 3500 OBO.
Billy, you got 15 minutes. Run.
You better hope that truck floods.
And clear title.
No, that's a good buy. I think that's a good.
Actually, they're only asking 3150 in the
Sure.
main price.
I'd fix that little thing up, and I always wanted to be a serious pickup.
Oh, they're like at this point, like the Toyotas are too expensive. Everything I hear is like the Mitsubishis are a little bit of a pain in the ass to work on.
Mm-hmm.
This being a Mitsubishi motor, I think someone will have to do some research. But I believe these are pretty good because this is the same one that Dave from Dirt Every Day got.
Mm-hmm.
No, not Dave. Yeah, Dave. Right? Yeah.
I think so.
Anyway, and it's the 4x4 that's sort of rare, and it's the fuel injected.
These have extended cabs that don't look like butts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good truck.
And the two pictures of the sides looks fairly straight. I don't know if it has a tailgate. But
I think these have the same problem as the hard bodies, though, where the front bumper is always smashed in.
yeah,
And I
but
noticed it's missing.
was it?
Yeah.
I always change all the bumpers on my cars anyway.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
All right.
So do you want the mildew special?
The mildew special, yes. I'll get my penicillin at the same time.
I don't think that's how it works. Well, it's the pickup show today. I'm back on the Datsun, mostly because Dux was here, and I just needed the inspiration to like give him that real sad look, and I was like, "Are you gonna work on the title?" But I found this
Did it
one.
work?
It didn't. It's a 620 dually. Needs a head gasket. Head gasket? Head has been removed. Does not run. Will need to be towed. I got a ramp truck. It's a L20 with a U67 head. I don't know what that means. It's a rare dually 1-ton with a custom flatbed. Of course, it's a freaking bill of sale only because they all are. But it's not a terrible shape like cab with this really funky 1-ton axle on the back and a really wide bed.
It says 1 ton, but I count 2 leaf springs.
I think
And
the
that's
1
a
ton,
tiny differential.
right. I think the 1 ton is a little exaggerated, but that's what they called them.
I mean, like some of the Toyotas, they did make 1 ton versions, which was very strange because they still had the like 22R in them.
Right.
But this is not that.
I don't know. Look at the hub. Like it's
I mean,
looks kind of like a
but
Dana
there's-
hub.
There's not enough leaves.
Oh yeah, I mean surely it's gonna need more suspension than that. I'm sure it's just, I'm sure this is just a regular 620 that somebody threw this axle in. But it's still neat. I would probably undo the bed situation and
I'm pretty sure that was welded to the frame.
yeah, you can see like there's 4 mounts on
no.
the sides.
Yeah, but those could be the stock bed mounts,
Yeah, it could be.
actually.
But it's still a nice little fixer-upper, I would say, if it had a title. The interior is mostly there, and it's not very rusty. Like, finding these cabs that is this unrusty is a hard thing to do. So I thought it was a neat kind of example of one of these. And as much as, like, my dad has more history with the 521s, as I've learned, instead of the 620s. But the body style of the 620 is my favorite. It's a good-looking truck. But probably just a worse situation than the one we already have.
All right, what do I have?
What do you have? Mildew?
Ooh.
Is it? Oh, there it goes. Is it
We
working?
have pixels.
Oh, is it?
We're coming back though.
We bobbling?
We're bobbling.
Every day I'm bobbling. That's my official
Um,
song now.
This is no longer a pickup truck show. It's a shooting brake show. I have a 1976 Jensen GT for $12,000.
What is this?
It is a 1976 Jensen GT, Condon.
I'm gonna need a little bit more help here.
Well, there were only 511 built, Cone, and
Okay.
only 269 nice of them were in the United States.
Well done.
That's a Lotus 907 twin cam,
Okay.
5-speed gearbox, runs and drive, older repaint.
Can we call Ant? I feel like Ant needs to help us with this.
True. Very good
This
photos.
was half
I
the
might
price.
add.
I'd buy it.
Yeah, that's kudos to photographer here. This is Bring a Trailer level.
Mm-hmm. I like started to look at Bring a Trailer to like see the history to see if like somebody bought it from Bring a Trailer and is like listing it on Craigslist after, with the Bring a Trailer pictures.
Right.
But
What a shape.
what a shape.
It's so good.
You can't afford the Volvo 1800s anymore. So
Right.
here's a Jensen.
Button?
Do you think this is worse for parts than a Volvo?
I mean, they only made 500 of them, but I
Oh,
guess that's only 500 shooting brakes. Because I know the Jensen, what are they called? They're not called the GT, I don't think. Like the regular convertible versions.
The Jensen Healy.
Is it?
Yeah, this Jensen Healy convertible is what this is based on.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I think of is like the Jensen Interceptor, which is like the Mad Max car.
Right. Yeah, I'm not going to say that I love the shape, but it's interesting enough that I can accept it.
You'll acknowledge it.
I'll acknowledge it exists. Look at that wood. Look at that.
wood.
Ooh.
It's a dog leg gearbox.
Dog
Isn't
leg
that what they're called?
5, yeah. I really love it when they stylize the shift pattern like that. There's radio.
Yeah, that radio is not
Is the clockwork?
period correct.
It's it's probably period aftermarket, correct?
Mm.
Wait, can you go back to that one? This is how you HVAC. Hot, cold. Defrost, off. I don't know what it says on the other side, like interior. What do you think the other side says?
That must be
Fresh?
like between recirculation
Right.
or fresh air or
It ends with an N. In the comments, tell us what you think
Yes.
the left word
are
is.
there other
I
No, I
kind
don't
of
think we can
doubt
get
it.
it on
No,
other
the steering wheel's in the way.
photos.
Now,
Here's your,
ZK.
Hmm?
Is that a slant four? How many times are we gonna rehash that one?
Sure.
certainly leans. Few things make
News.
me uncomfortable more than exposed timing belts.
I just looked it up before making my screenshots, and they've reduced the price from 12,000 to 8,900.
Oh dang!
They're running a sale.
Apparently,
Talk them down to 7. We got a deal.
not a hot commodity, huh? The safety bumpers definitely don't help it,
True.
but
They're not the worst ones I've seen.
No. I know a guy that's pretty good at changing bumpers, though.
I think my bumper changing career is. I need to retire. It's a real pain in the butt. I still have to drop a gas tank to get the rear ones on the Datsun.
Fun times. Oh, it's okay. I don't know. I was getting all ready to remember what I picked.
Where's yours?
I think Z is after K.
Mm-hmm.
No, right. That's how English works. Thanks.
We're okay. We're doing
So
fine.
I apparently offended Powers the other week with the Jeep. So I thought I would find him a nice 84 Jeep Scrambler, like with the mail truck fiberglass body.
That was a thing, huh?
Man.
I don't think I've ever seen one of these.
I think
the wild.
they're pretty rare. That's why the guy says, "Hey, 50 people have called me in the 24 hours I've had this listed."
Can you cool it?
Basically, I'm waiting
have a
for
life.
some pixels to load, but it's a daily driver apparently.
Runs and drives great. Top end doors
Yeah.
are removable, just like a regular CJ. Wow, I didn't expect that either. Huh.
This looks like a retro photo of it,
Right.
but yeah, like I'm sure there's a Jeep guy that really likes this, but it looks in good shape, and it's a weird Jeep.
That's a weird Jeep. I like the speakers.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is like it's like this weird like one-off male Jeep, and it's like it also looks like a party.
Oh wow, it's a
golf cart.
what year was this?
It said 80 something.
Oh, 80 something. It was automatic. I was like, I'm surprised that it's an automatic.
Yeah,
That makes sense though.
84.
I mean, Jeeps are hard because like that could be a 64 or a 94, and I would have been like, yep.
Yeah. And it's right-hand drive because it's a male Jeep.
Oh, I like the 80s Jeep logo.
Mm-hmm. Little, there's your safety bumpers.
Yeah. Wonder what those are those like quote unquote 5-mile-an-hour bumpers like that.
I feel like
I don't know.
those are for like backing into loading docks.
Oh yeah, that's a good point because you can bump them all the time and they just whoop.
Yeah.
Alaska.
Alaska, yeah, it's got Alaska plates all over it. That's a roll bar, roll cage thing. You think that was part of the mail truck or?
Maybe it looks pretty durable.
Yeah, might be structural.
Mm. Hey, there's me. I'm a guy like me. No, I think Powers will like that. I think that's. Although
Hopefully he can forgive me.
he's kind of weird in his Jeep likeness, I must say. Like, he'll be super into some classic Jeep, and then I'll find some other classic Jeep, and he'll be like, "Yeah, those aren't very cool." And I'm like, "I don't, but there's still a Jeep. What do you want from me?" Speaking of very cool, you know what's very cool?
Kayaks? Canoes?
Datsun 620s. Did I talk about this on the show recently, or I don't know? Maybe we're just talking about.
We just talked about it. Your last pick was the same thing.
Get out of here, Kurt. Talking about the extended cab 620s and how much I don't really like them because of the window.
We did talk about that.
Yeah. I can't get past the window. However, this 76 620 has an L28 Datsun diesel shoehorned into it. And when I say shoehorned, the L28 diesel is an inline 6 diesel in what was previously a 4-cylinder engine bay. It will fire up and run and drive, but I suggest towing. Needs to be finished. The rockers need to be welded in. The brakes bled, the clutch bled, pretty much everything a regular 620 needs. But this person did actually seem to use this with what is basically a 240Z L28, but a diesel version. Literally shoehorned into this engine bay.
Where did they put the radiator?
I got a picture of it because I thought you would ask.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, we can see it over there, chilling, right? Yep.
Like a mini.
Look at the right side of the engine bay.
No, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, and then look at the left side of the engine bay where the coolant hoses are.
I was gonna say that's where the overflow valve is.
Apparently they, I would say used it for storage of the bike or maybe moved the bike. Here's a better picture where you can find out that's actually the intercooler over there and the radiator's on the left.
Oh, it is actually a turbo diesel. I thought it was an NA.
I don't think that it is. I think that might be 2 radiators.
Yeah, no, that's 2 radiators. Because look at the intake right there.
Mm-hmm.
Just goes straight into the
Right.
manifold.
This is.
You
You remember earlier today you were talking about how my remote starter was a little janky? This is way beyond that level.
No, this is ingenuity. This ain't jank.
This is what we wanted Junkyard Wars to be.
This is overcoming adversity.
And where did they even get this engine? Like, what used this?
I have no idea.
2 oil filters?
It's a diesel thing.
Yeah, diesel thing.
Oh.
It could be diesel filters.
I'm also trying to figure out where this throttle cable is routing to and how that whole mechanism works.
Throttle.
Is that not what that is?
That's what controls the injection pump, I assume. I don't know. Diesels are weird.
Diesels work backwards.
Yeah.
They don't have throttles per se.
You don't add air, you add fuel, basically. Yeah, this thing's a mess, and I love it. I relate to this vehicle too much, and I need it in my life just to sit there and look
Pretty
at it and
good.
be like, "Yep."
Does it have a title?
Probably not. Doesn't say.
$1,300? The
Yeah,
crankshaft alone is worth $1,200.
yeah. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Riddle me.
Somebody explain to me the LD28. That's the information I need from you this time on Randwind Parts. Again, let's look at the dual radiators just for a moment.
I don't know why I think it was my mind trying to protect myself. I thought all the wires on the left-hand side were just pine needles and not just a pile of wires.
That's cute.
So quaint.
Yeah. Back to
What do I
Kurt.
have? Back to me. Oh,
Oh
another
boy.
shooting break.
We just like trying to go for a record high dislikes. What are we doing here?
This isn't even my best find. An 89 Reliant Rialto for the low price of $2,600 in here, the United States. A Reliant Rialto estate named Rose. It was bought in England in 2012 and then shipped to Seattle.
I think you need to reread that sentence.
Yeah, I need the full sentence,
This
please.
is a 1989 Reliant Rialto estate named Rose. I bought Rose in England in 2012 and had her shipped to Seattle, where she now lives. That's weird. Can we stop doing that?
Can we not?
This whole thing is.
Can we just
she and
not?
she.
But is it a Volvo?
Yeah. Classic Random Park reference.
A few typical Reliant issues: cracks in the dash, for example, a few holes in the headliner. Not the other glaring issue that may or may not transpire to anybody who drives it. Oh yes, it's the SE as well.
Ooh.
So is this before the Robin? Like, that's the only Reliant I know.
I feel like this is post Robin. This is a post Robin society.
So was it Robin then Rose?
It disturbs
replaced
me.
the Robin.
Yeah, it disturbs me that you
Post.
can't see the front wheel.
It's future.
Future mistakes. It feels long, doesn't it?
Makes it more stable.
Does it? Does it though?
It's not worse than the trikes that I regularly post on the show.
Those are usually one back, two front, and I feel like that's better.
No. A lot of them are one front.
I guess, but they don't have all the body in the front. The body in the front is what makes it just seem so tipsy. I think we all have plenty of evidence that they are tipsy.
Mm-hmm.
That was staged for television. Lies that Hollywood sold you.
Mm-hmm. What is this? What am I looking
So
at?
they say
This is your engine and radiator
in
and
heater.
air box. Or no, that must be like for the actual cab air.
Yeah, that's HVAC. Like that's the blower up there.
Yeah. Where else are you gonna put it?
Maybe not
it
in the
rear
engine
engine?
bay.
Well, are they front or no? That is that the engine? Yeah. That's
I would
the-
say it's mid-engined.
It's mid-engine, yes.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
Is it though? I don't know. Something maybe just because I hate Jeremy Clarkson, but something about those just I don't get it. I don't understand.
Well, you see, technically, in at least Texas, you could drive this without a license.
Yeah, I did just get done watching
Oh.
the Cars of the People, which was James May's short-lived series on Amazon, and he went over how in the UK there was Like that's why a bunch of these, almost like the K car thing that was
Right.
successful in Japan, but they tried the same thing in the UK, which led to all these three-wheeled things, which only were taxed and licensed as they were motorcycles.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, technically, at least in Texas, this is a motorcycle.
the single windshield wiper
Oh yeah.
to go with your single front wheel.
Front wheel. You know what?
Okay, what side is the lug nuts on the front wheel?
Hmm. Boy, that's fun to change. You get a flat. Yeah. Here's another stupid reason I think I don't like these. Is because of how disappointing they drive in Wreckfest. What a terrible thing to drive at Wreckfest it is.
What,
Like,
because you can't flip them over in Wreckfest that easy?
it's just no fun. Like it'll tip over, but it just like tips up and then you stop moving because it's open diff, and then it tips back down. And it's just there's zero fun to be had with it.
Are you saying it'll tip over but never fall down?
I might be saying that. Just like ZK.
Yes, and so things happened, and
I did not put those pieces together until right now, ZK. I already knew this was in because I had to fix this ad before the.
so the Mazda 5, right? It's I think the coolest minivan in existence, or at least it's the coolest newest minivan because at least in 2012 you get 3 rows, sliding doors, and a possible manual transmission.
6-speed manual transmission.
Mm-hmm.
And some interesting seat designs too.
I know, like they're actually kind of nice. Like the cream is kind of.
I don't know if
sometimes
nice is the word I would use.
it is.
It's not standard
It's not
minivan vanilla.
Yeah, it's not just plain boring. It has a design. And they only went 10. Oh, only. These don't pop up very often. Actually, I found one nearby for me for sale for like. They wanted like 3,500 or something for it, but by the time I saw it, it was like sold.
Wow.
But this one's in decent shape.
This is one of those vehicles that I know they exist, and I knew that they existed, and I saw them, and then they stopped existing. Like they disappeared. They're not there anymore.
I think
They
we,
discontinued the Mazda 5. And
I think I rented a Mazda 5 at the first Texas PAX.
Oh, damn! I missed the opportunity to be in a Mazda 5.
Mm.
But they're, as far as minivans go, they're like minivans.
yeah,
Like, it's smaller than.
Yeah, it's only 2 seats wide instead of like 3.
they basically took a Mazda 3 and were like, minivan, just like they started to do that with like the CX-5 and whatever.
Yeah, I really wish there was a Mazda Speed 5.
I bet you
the
could
same
make one. I bet you it's got the same engine
Car
bay.
Driver built one, and it was a giant pain.
Oh,
Shoehorn an engine in.
dang. Just what
Or
you
just
want.
slap a turbo on it.
Just what you want. A minivan that torque steers and axle tramps around like an
they're so
MS3.
I need it.
You do need it, ZK.
Oh, yes.
That was worth all of the technical issues today. Oh boy. I found this one late and threw it in here because I don't think we've ever had a Chevette on the show, as far as I know. That rhymed.
Well, if we could just check the wiki real quick.
Has that been updated ever? No. Okay. 1986 Chevrolet Chevette runs but needs a good tank and line clean out. Interior in clean condition. Project car will need to tow it away. $750 OBO. That's a price you don't see much these days for something that has all its parts. I don't remember the last time I saw a Chevette. And
Are they all hatchbacks? Is that what the Chevette is?
I think so, yeah. I think so. I don't know much about Chevettes. All I knew is that they were a joke. Like people made jokes about Chevettes because they called a little economy car something that rhymed with Corvette. And, you know, a Corvette they are not. But this is like, a decently all there Chevette with a 3-pedal setup, 4-speed, and
Are the like red interior bits stock?
I doubt it. You can see a lot of spray paint overspray going on in this thing. Like, look at the windows. Masking tape, who needs it? But I feel like I don't hate it as much as I'm supposed to. I feel like this could be actually a pretty neat, like, Radwood style cruiser.
What's in it? Like an Iron Duke or something?
It's probably going to be something sadder than that. I need to look it up now because I didn't. 1986.
A 1.4 liter or 1.6 liter. Probably not the 1.8 diesel,
I mean, it could be.
which was also an option.
Did somebody else make them? Is this like a badge engineered car, perhaps?
Isuzu
That's why I like it. All Isuzus are good.
G161, the G140.
I'm not lying. Like, Isuzu made good cars. They just happened to be laughed at because they slapped Chevrolet badges on them, and then they weren't the same as Chevrolets. Like, when this is sitting next to a Malibu with a 305, they go, haha, look at that wimpy little Chevette. And then, 10 years later, it was like, oh, I need a Chevette. Really bad.
I'm in some rough times here.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of Chevettes anymore, and this one's a good buy, I think.
Rear-wheel drive, too.
Yeah, they're
Rally cross car.
You're not wrong. This is still for
4-speed?
sale, and like, it's been a rough couple months, but I could probably sell some organs to make that happen. All right, well, before I sell organs, we'll sell Oregon.
Oh, speaking of things that look like organs.
What?
How did I miss this?
What?
I had this in my back pocket, and I decided now's the time to bring it out.
That must have
On
been
Bring a
very
Trailer.
uncomfortable.
Look at the shape. It
It's a butt.
molds to your posterior. A one family owned, home built Mayan Magnum failed to reach its reserve, only bid to $11,750 earlier this month. A one off custom coupe
Oh, it's not what I expected.
by science fiction writer and engineer Dean Ing. Finished in white over 10 interior. It's powered by a 2.4 liter Corvair flat 6 and a 4-speed manual.
Out of a Porsche.
Oh. Yeah, I
Equipment:
wondered
Porsche Volt
why.
brakes, suspension.
Huh.
Why
Fun.
did they use a Porsche transaxle?
I really thought this was just a bug. Like, I was expecting a bug, but it seems to not be. Oh, gosh, the 2x4s.
It doesn't look like it ever had door struts. That just might be the way.
It's got, like,
Or maybe-
springs going on up there, but
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
know what
those
those
are
would do.
It's a thing.
It's homemade. That's for... Oof.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know why it failed to sell.
Oof. Ouch.
Mm.
I mean, that's actually probably the most flattering angle.
What year was this built?
1960s. 60s.
Okay, because that one angle looks like a Veyron, kind of.
I'll have what he's having.
This one.
I guess I see what you mean. Like, yeah.
Just a little bit. If you squint.
All right, hold on.
real-
Let me. Yep. Okay. All right. Is that a Bugatti?
Mm.
Why?
It
Why?
was it's up to date on its tabs. 22
Yeah,
expiration.
Ugh.
I don't know what that little like anchor point is on the right rear corner. That is strange.
That's
Well,
that's
it was never used, but it was intended so someone wouldn't steal it.
It's like hook it up to a bike rack.
Oh boy. What is? Oh, those are the mirrors.
Those are your mirrors. Aerodynamics.
Very
He was an
helpful.
engineer and a science fiction writer.
Okay.
Here's your interior.
That's finished better than most bug-based things I see.
What is going on with the dash on the passenger side?
It's just pieces.
Does it look like handles?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I think that's what that's supposed to be ish. So it definitely,
Okay.
there definitely is bug here.
Maybe it's like a bug floor pan.
Yeah, something like that. I noticed the two like rails under the body that are very bug, and then the shifter and the gas and the pedal and all that's bug.
It's
Okay,
under the front.
That's bug.
bug.
And
But
that's
then-
what's under the rear.
Corvair.
Yes.
Whew. They really do make drugs different out there, don't they?
Yes.
They just
Yes, they
really
do.
do.
They haven't even converted it to an alternator? Ugh.
I'm worried at this point. If Kurt's bringing out this kind of stuff now, what are we about to see? What are we about to see in Best of?
Oh man, it
Yeah, you see these two pins, like you see that's like rail piece of square tube in the back. That's like signature bug based things. The little go back, little bubble in the side window.
little bubble.
Why? Like what's
Why bubble?
why bubble?
Maybe it's
See-
like a piece you can open
mm.
to get some ventilation because
Once-
clearly those windows don't move.
One circle of air, please. Thank you.
Or maybe there's no inside handles and you got to stick your hand out and push the outside to open up the door.
That would be perfect. Veyron.
Veyron.
Wow. Yeah, I can't believe that we didn't see this. This didn't get posted anywhere. This is a breaking story.
Yeah, I'm watching the listings on the internet. I got everything down. Ooh, buddy, that was a surprise.
That-
I mean, it wasn't a surprise that it didn't sell, but
Yeah. Well, speaking of surprises, how about we review last
Oh.
episode's best finds, where we had some surprises. Kurt. It was the
I can't believe I forgot.
again. How many times? The We Will Never Forget special from Kurt. ZK's somehow offended Powers Jeep, or
Correction. G.
Jeep, or the Corvair based RV, which I thought was really cool, but I didn't think it was going to be a winner until these two brought out those two. And it did indeed bring in 72% of the vote.
Wow.
Kurt and ZK both getting 14% of the vote. So the people have spoken, and they want to forget those two. they want to move on.
So I think as we go on, we've been determining that the audience really doesn't think of it as like we found the worst thing.
No, they don't accept the, like, if we called it the most interesting find, I think things would have gone different. But we call it, because we call it the best find, people think like,
What's the best find?
right, yeah,
Not
I
the
don't-
best
Hey.
find.
the people have spoken. Okay. And this week
I
they're
demand
going to
a
be
recount.
speaking about my Dodge Challenger. You know how cool retro revives of car brand names are. Did you know Dodge did it twice? Did you know there was a 1980s Dodge Challenger that was actually a Mitsubishi? And it is a front engine rear-wheel drive coupe? Question mark. This is a good car with a rebuilt engine. Has a 2.6, so Mitsubishi, with a 5-speed, good stereo, Front end's been rebuilt, clutch replaced. I've owned this car for 23 years. Also included is an 82 Dodge Challenger parts car. I probably knew at some point that there was an 80s Dodge Challenger and forgot. And I'm scared because I find these really cool now.
Is that white on brown?
White on like maroon brown, yeah.
Ugh.
Sadly, this
Champagne
isn't
brown.
a great ad. Like, there's not a lot here, but the engine's like really well done.
It's got a header.
Yeah, it's got a
got a
header.
Weber?
It's got a Weber. It's
It's got the stupid
fake
coolant hose
A&N,
fake cover thing.
yeah. But still, way better than I expected. Like, I didn't expect to see this in the engine bay. I expected to see, some crappy little, what was theirs called? The 2200 or something like that. But no, this thing's pretty darn neat. I think I got a picture of, yeah, there's your color.
Yeah.
Yep. That's, I think it's a head turner for 7 people in the United States, and that makes it cool. So yeah, I went for a different direction this week on Best Find. This is just a unique car that I think I would own for $3,000 and do something with. I don't know what.
It was replaced by the Conquest / Starion, so we can thank it for making room for that, I think.
There you go. It's basically the first gen Starion. That's the way to look at it. All right, well, that's my take on Best Find. Kurt's Best Find of the week is
A Merlin Roadster, parentheses, extremely rare,
of course it
for
is.
$30,000 for 3 Jensen shooting brakes that I've already forgotten the name of.
GT.
Oh yes, the Merlin Roadster, a 4-speed manual with reverse, powered by a Harley Davidson V-twin, whopping 66 horsepowers. It's got it's a thing. It's a thing that Mr. Corbin Merlin, I think was his name. I'm assuming.
Corbin just seems right.
Yes, decided to make. There were only 16 made in the early 2000s. They're incredibly rare and hard to find. It's been sitting for a while. This isn't the best angle, let me just tell you.
Oh, good.
If you've
Good.
never seen one of these before. But let's get a
Kurt
closer
is
look.
Stealing my brand.
I
Yeah.
am. This is the opposite of the Reliant we just looked at.
Right.
As far as the layout is concerned. Yes.
Oh.
Where's the engine? Oh, it's right there under that giant zit.
It's so bulbous too.
It's like a jag got stung by a bee.
It's like that one meme that goes around of the Porsche that like some artist
Right.
made
Yeah.
junky.
Bubbly-fied it.
Yeah.
Is it only one seat?
Only one seat.
Okay,
Yeah,
this
that's-
is smaller than I thought it was.
That's all you're gonna need, ZK.
Yeah, you don't have any friends.
What?
If you own this car, you don't have any. That's the marketing angle.
I thought you were talking about me. I was like, that's, you
You
don't have to call me out
specifically.
like that.
ZK.
We have to let you know. Yep, that's a thing.
That is a thing that exists, and somebody wants $30,000 for.
$30,000.
You know, 350.
It looks like what's that anime robot
Yeah, I was trying to think of the same thing, Kurt.
movie? Yeah,
Yep.
Iron Giant.
that one
Yep, there
probably.
you
I
go.
haven't seen it, but yeah, it looks like the Iron
You
Giant.
haven't seen it? You got homework.
Yeah. A lot of fiberglass damage here.
a lot of damage.
Nice
Being
tech.
sold by a guy who wears that kind of arm jewelry.
Is that a dog collar? I'm confused.
Oh, that's his wrist. It looked like his
Oh,
elbow.
okay.
Yeah, there weren't that very many good pictures. They decided not to move it out of that garage to get better pictures. But here are,
I think those
I
might be
guess, what
Jag
were
headlights.
marketing pictures.
Right? It's like they took like the front of the Jag and like cut out bits of it and inflated it.
Why does it need? Oh, because the carb's on the front, right? Is that why there's the big zit on the front? Whoa! Actually, looking at the shape of that, that's like the, that's the alien that like pops out of the stomach, right? Like,
I
look at
was
the
gonna say
shape
it's
of
more
it.
of a downhill skier helmet.
Oh, or
Speed
that. You know,
gear.
same thing. We're saying the same words right now. Yeah.
Mm,
Speedwalker.
yeah. Here's what it looks like with a poor person in it. Like the person
Events.
isn't poor. I'm just saying that that's very
carbs.
unfortunate that they're sitting. I couldn't find any. There's like very grainy 360p videos of people driving them around on YouTube, but
Huh.
it's a thing that exists, and for $30,000, it could be yours.
With the most generic wheels possible.
And teeny little brakes.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. We've had two very different takes so far, ZK. What are you bringing up?
Well, we're on the custom train. It seems a 1987 Lamborghini Countach.
From this angle,
Right?
mildly convincing.
Yeah.
So
Wide
it is
wheels sell it.
Yeah.
that was the part that impressed me, is that they kind of nailed the wheels, but I feel like this car is a lot smaller than it's supposed to be. Because it is based on an 87 Fiera
Of course.
with a 5-inch stretched wheelbase. Because, that helps with the suspension geometry.
Of course.
Not only that, it has the 3800 supercharged V6 and a bunch of stuff.
Jeez, why
yeah,
are
there's
these
your
always this way?
3800. And the wheels?
I've
The
made
wheels are the most
this
impressive.
argument before. Like, has anyone ever seen a fiberglass replica of a car that looks any better or more impressive than the vehicle it started out as? Ever.
I have a lot of empathy for various car enthusiasm. I don't get replica cars really. Like
Like
I would
Kurt's
get it if
car.
you're trying to make something for a display at like a museum and
Mm-hmm.
these were all burnt to a crisp or we can't
Sure.
afford one. Sure. But like all the Fiero and Buggenberg, I'm not
And like Kurt's car,
Sure.
like they took nothing and made something. Like they just used their creative visions or drugs or whatever and made something. That to me is a form of like automotive art. But just like
Yeah.
cheaply replicating something that exists, I just don't get it. I don't think
I'm-
it's ever worked.
I'm not sure what all these spare parts are.
Like-
But there's a bunch of them.
Fiberglass panels.
Yeah.
It looks mostly done.
Just like the show. Oh.
Yeah.
It's been such a good segue.
Okay.
You have to say it again.
It looks mostly done.
Just like this show. Thank you for watching episode 63 of Ranwin Parked. Make sure you click below for the poll to vote for your best find of the week.
Best find, not the best find.
What? Did you put emphasis on the find? Like it sounded like you said the same thing in the same inflection.
Best find.
It's been a very long 2 weeks. It's very late to record this. I have a lot of work to do in a little time. Thank you all for watching and supporting the show. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That car looked like a sperm, right?
Which one?
The white one.
The one that was in your pocket?
What?